air, obviously cross slash. Up air, his advantage state, he's just fun to play too, in my opinion. I think his limit mechanic is fun to use. And he's Cloud Stripe. Like, let's be real for a second. This is the reason a lot of people play him and start using him. One of the coolest video game characters of all time, in my opinion. But going back to Ices, I think in terms of seeing consistent Ices players, it's so hard to find because the character themselves is inconsistent. Nana, just turns into Nightcrawler from X-Men sometimes. Just teleports to the other side of the stage for no reason. You have no idea where she went, and it's just gone. So we'll see what happens here. Coming into game one, I feel like this is going to be a tough one for Ices where Cloud has the range. And if you're a character that likes to fight with the range and you don't have it, it's going to be an uphill battle for you. But Punish game for Ices kind of goes crazy. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I think one of the best things that Cloud is going to have here is just having such active moves and things that'll be really disruptive. So, like, that's going to happen a lot. Situations like that where, maybe Popo shields, but Nana doesn't. And you're just going to get chopped up by stuff like that cross slash. So much just hidden damage on Nana. And with the disjoints that Cloud has, I mean, you can challenge with pretty much anything with back air. Neutral air might be pretty good. Forward air, even as they're trying to recover. He's just so disjointed that Big D's going to have trouble getting in. But once he does, I mean, the up air does an insane amount of damage. Side beat does a lot, too. Good parry there.
That's such a huge situation. And I know you know this one from you got the experience fighting Ices, but when they're separated, you need to choose. Are you going after the player? Or are you going after the CPU?
Yes.
I feel like usually you go for the CPU, but it's also a good opportunity to kind of juke them out where you run towards the CPU, especially with Cloud Stash. You can do it, run at the CPU, force Big D to try to defend them, and then turn and hit the player and get more out of it. So it's just a huge situation fighting against them. We're seeing where I think Scubbss has a huge lead in the neutral, but we keep talking about Shotos. These are like grabby Shotos, you know what I mean? These are like two Luigi's basically. They grab you and you just go to infinity percentage. So to the moon, try to get you grabbed. That's good. There to the jump
close. Tried to expect him to jump out of that shield. Now Scubbss with a lead, but not as big as you would expect it to be based on how the beginning part of the game went. Obviously, Nana is gone. We're going to see if Big D can recover. That Blade Beam, I didn't even think about it, but that's got to be really tough for Popo. Big D barely getting around it, but I feel like that's going to be harder and harder to avoid as the set goes on. Forward air lands, Scubbss goes up a stock.
That Sopo recovery was like, I want to be the guy. You know what I mean? Like trying to weave between the projectiles perfectly, and if you get hit by one of them, you just die instantly. So it was really good by Big D. But Scubbss going up big here, the first stock going to mean a lot.
Very Boshi-like. He had to go all the way like under it and around it. Very well done, but fortunately couldn't get around everything. There's 112 now on Scubbss, using the back air into the cross slash. And I feel like, especially online against Ice Climbers, one of the best things you can do is probably play with less reservation. Like, don't give them any opportunity. Just swing constantly. Because they really want to wait for that bit of hesitation. They want you to shield so they can grab you. If you just constantly throw out hitboxes without really any, with reckless abandon, especially as Cloud, especially if you're under a platform and you just up B on top of it, I feel like Big D's going to have a lot of trouble actually getting his hands on you.
Yeah, we saw it earlier, actually, when the Sopo was out. It was climb hazard onto the platform, and Big D tried forward air him. He just couldn't find it. So, good opportunity here. Scubbss limit. What's he going to do? Nice job, Big D. Knowing the distance. Oh, okay, that was the... Okay. Hard to tell there with the colors from the plate.
Yeah.
You got to assume that it's Nana because she puts the shield up a little bit slower. So, Sopo, though. Can't be a good Ice Climbers player without a good Sopo. That's just fact.
Yeah, I don't know about Cloud, though. Against Cloud, this might be a 90-10 matchup. Like, good lord, what do you do against him? One of the things that that I didn't even consider until now is that it must be very easy to, like, finishing touch Nana. You know what I mean? Like, knock them apart and then wait for her to run into you, because she's not going to attack you. She just runs right into you. You get the finishing touch, and she's dead at, like, you don't know her percent, but she would die super early. So, I feel like Scubbss hasn't had to rely on that, but if this set goes long, you could kill her at, like, 40, 50% maybe. Wow, good DI on that up air. Yeah. Not that one, though. He's dead.
It didn't matter.
Probably good DI, but it didn't matter, yeah.
Oh, looking for the up smash. That's the thing, is I feel like this is like a Cloud 101 matchup where you outrange them and you kind of outspeed them, so you can run away and charge limit, force them to approach, and deal with your sword. Oh, hold on, though. That was a little desync action there for the up air. Thing, too, is I do feel like a lot of the aerials on Ice Climbers are the best. Hold on. Big D. Good job mashing out the jump there. You got it. It's good he had limit, too, because if you mash out the jump and you get hit and you're lost without your double jump, if you don't have limit, you're probably just dead off stage, honestly. So it's good awareness there from Scubbss. Okay. Oh,
that's a really good way to put it, though, is, like, that sort of calling it that kind of interaction, because, like, It's such a unique thing for characters like this to interact like that.
Oh,
he
boy,
has the cross slash. Ooh.
Wow, Nana was at 1,000,000% apparently. I do think they need a way to incorporate that. Like, her percent should be somewhere. Oh, run a forward smash, a whip punish? What? Who does that? Big D. The stutter step. 99 to 1 matchup, looking good. Jeez, what a whip punish online? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm taking that personally. Like that hurt my feelings. Jesus, that's mean. He just ran right up to him and let it rip. That's wild. Well done there. From Big D, who like climbed his way back into it. That couldn't have been easy all the way through. We saw him struggling the whole way, and he just I've known Big D to do this, and I think we've seen him do it in other matches before. I have this perception of Big D over time is just like he will whittle you down and this strike at the last second when you don't expect it, and I feel like you see a lot of that there. Well done.
You do the math of it, and you know, if you're Scubbss, you're like, I had him on his last half of a stock. You know what I mean? It wasn't even at full power, so that's just a huge blow of momentum for Scubbss. But I think Big D's gonna be riding high after that one. Game 2 coming up very shortly here. Wow, what a play, man! And I saw one person in chat said whack. That was not whack. That was amazing play. That was really, really good. That was a hard read through and through. Either a hard read or whip punish or reaction, whatever it was, man. Worked out really well for Big D. Now we're seeing a lot of special moves coming out here. This is a region of special moves. Pac-Man, Young Link, Ice Climbers, Cloud, Kirby. These are all everyone the B button characters, man. Everyone that Lopez is playing. A
lot of special characters. Let's say that. A lot of special characters here in this bracket. Now Big D, I will say, I was talking about Big D having a perception of being like a late game player. Like it feels like he gets stronger the longer a game goes. That goes for sets too. I feel like a game 5 set with Big D is very scary. The guy's a veteran of the game, has been playing longer than pretty much anybody in the Ultimate scene. Like the guy has been around forever. Brawl veteran. So like he knows how to pick somebody apart over the long game, and I feel like we're starting to see a little bit of that here with a huge lead he has on Scubbss. Scubbss trying to fire back is going to get rid of Nana, but now the Sopo has a bit of an advantage. Scubbss cannot take him too lightly, because remember that forward smash that closed out the last game? That was solo.
I think we're going to be thinking about that one for a while. Again, we're just seeing the funniest kill screens, honestly. The fire arrow, the thwomp, and now we're seeing a Sopo forward smash. Okay. Oh, up smash. Yep. Get him out of here. Very nice.
Charles Barkley. Yep.
We went opposite directions. It is more Charles Barkley. You're right.
Bro, I've been calling it the Charles Barkley since Smash 4. I love that joint. Like that. You've seen his swing. Chat.
Oh, of course.
Listen. Mute this tab. Go to the other stream right now, please. Go. Open up YouTube. Look up Charles Barkley golf swing, please. Yep. Funniest thing you've ever seen.
It just pulls up Cloud's up smash on Smash Ultimate Frame Data.gg. You know, it just happens. They're connected.
It's so good.
Okay, separate. That back throw is really good in this matchup. Actually, anything that'll keep them separated. Hold on, grabs it more. She air dodged the ledge. Okay, or he. I think this is one of those outfits where they're split, but we're just gonna call them Popo and Nana just for easy sake. It's too confusing, man. The main climber, you know, he's so good at jumping over these blade beams. It's so funny. It's such a simple solution. It's like when you got stuck in a bot. He's dead. He died.
Yeah. Okay. He just got forward smashed on the side. Just Nana really came through there. The huge hit.
It was forward air into forward smash. Yeah. Yup. Big D here. Okay. Forced to recover.
Stuck on the side, gets around him. We're going to see that side B, which is so strong, dude. Just being able to cover, like, an entire half of the stage, rack up that much damage. Jesus Christ!
Wow! I can't believe he didn't kill. You're right, though. Scubbss, he does have that good... Oh, parry the last hit with... Could you imagine if Cloud got stuck in the hit on there? Yeah, run up forward smash or something? Uh-huh.
See, 107 to 116 goes for the up smash. Not going to land. Sitting under the platform, and Scubbss has so much work to do here, dude. I don't know. Yeah, you're just going to land it on. And at a certain point, it's an inevitability. Like, I don't think Ice Climbers are really a character that needs to work too hard for kills. Not to say that killing is easy for them, but rather, like, if you're fighting like a Pac-Man and you're at 120, 130, you're like, okay, I know very clearly what I need to avoid. Ice Climbers, if you're at that percent, You've got up air, you've got back air, you've got grabs, which can lead to anything. Smash attacks, obviously. Side B won't kill you, but it'll put you in a really bad position when you're above them. You know what I mean? I feel like Icy's like, there are some characters that the higher you get, like, doesn't really scale with how easily they can kill you. I feel like Ice Climbers, pretty much anything becomes a potential danger zone, you know?
Oh, for sure. The damage output, the KO potential, just everything that Big D is putting on full display here is just insane. I gotta say, like, Scubbss, obviously really good player, playing really, really well. I think losing that game 1 hurts the momentum a ton. Game 2, Big D looking even more dominant. It's kind of what you were saying, where he's one of those players that gets stronger over a set. So you need to match and keep the pace with him and overpower him that way. It's really difficult to do, especially with a character like Icy's who can run away with momentum big time. I love the way that Big D in neutral does such a really good job kind of stuttering. Like he plays kind of this funky tempo in his game where he'll hold shield like a second or two longer, or I don't want to say second or two, but a couple frames longer than he might think he will. Not go for a grab or not go for, you know, anything out of shield right away. Like he'll just wait a little bit. Like that little hesitation in his gameplay is really, really strong. We're seeing Lucina. Okay, I like it.
I don't know. I think, well, it's not that the Lucina is not good, and obviously I know Scubbss is going to be talented with Lucina, but I do think Cloud is probably a better, like, I don't think Lucina will get you away from the stuff that was happening to you in the matchup. Maybe that counter will help more. I don't know, but, like, Cloud feels like he has more range, more disjoints, more ability to disrupt them and sort of tear them apart between cross/climb hazards, stuff like that. Lucina doesn't have that. She might be a little bit too honest, as Big D sneaks around and gets that forward smash.
Yep, Dancing Blade just getting, only hitting Nana and then DIing through it and getting a forward smash. Big D, forward smash is his go-to tool, which is so funny to say, you know what I mean? Because typically you think forward smash is like, usually they're kind of telegraphed, they don't work that well, but Big D, man, really making it work out here. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the other thing, is that burst side B is so much less scary against Lucina. Because this, like, her range, her active frames, like, it's just not as good as Cloud. And, like, you could just throw it out, and maybe you trade, but it doesn't matter. Only 40%!
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Like you said, the side B is so much more of a threat. That's definitely what it is. He's comboing into it. It's looking like Pac-Man Galaxian. Look at that. 56.
Oh,
72.
God.
Sorry, excuse me. I spoke too early. 56 was not enough for this man Big D. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, because you have to commit to try to get in on this. Like, Lucina requires so much elegance. Oh, no!
Oh,
What the hell was that?
Queue up